what we want to do is add our windows and our doors, okay? Let me erase this. So, you don't want to overthink it. Because if you overthink it, you're going to screw up, okay? We have two parts of a building that we can see on our drawing. We have the face of the building, which is closest to us, and then we have the street side of the building, okay? Right? The face of the buildings are the original squares and rectangles that we drew, okay? The street side is the sides that go back into space and go back to that vanishing point. And that's going to make a huge difference on when you guys put your windows and doors, okay? So we're going to start with the face of the building as if we were walking down the street, okay? So this is square, this is a rectangle. The windows, and I'm not going to sit and count windows. Obviously, I want you to put more than one, right? But the windows on the face of the building are just going to be squares or rectangles. And that's it. You just draw them on there and let them sit. Okay. And you can make them as big or as little as you want.
Prompt committee members, if you sold cookie dough, please report to Mrs. Danielson.
And again, I'm using my straight edge to make sure my lines are nice and straight. Because that is, right, big part of your grade is craftsmanship and being able to use the ruler. So if you guys turn the paper over on the rubric, right, the top thing is all lines are straight and crisp. All lines that need to be taken back to the proper vanishing points and parallel and perpendicular lines are correct. Okay, that's number one. That's worth 10 points on the rubric. Okay. But all I'm drawing are rectangles and squares.
Can we like make the windows go on the page if there's more than one?
Yes. Okay. So we just did, whoops, wrong way.
Can we say it out loud? I don't care.
So we just did the windows on the face of the building as if we were walking down the street.
Just as much as that.
Right?
I really don't care.
All they are squares.
You want it on the street side of the building too?
We're going to do that together in a second.
I made some pretty weird windows.
That's okay. You got it. I,
Mine are 50 out of 740.
that's 50%.
All right,
It's less than 50%, isn't it? 350.
Yeah.
It's like 40%.
10 out of 10, just to tell you. No, I don't.
Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the little bit more difficult ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So if the windows are parallel with the side of the building that you're drawing them on, right? Keep that in mind as you work. So the face that we're seeing is a rectangle, and the windows are rectangles, right? The street side are going to follow the same rules as what the street side of the building did, right? So everybody put their pencils down so you can see this, right? All right. So I'm not going to draw, we're only drawing basically one side of the box, okay? Right? because that's all a window is. It's just a rectangle. I'm not drawing the rest of the box. Okay. So I'm going to start with a line, and I'm just going to use the squares that I did over here as a guide for my length. Now, if something falls along my horizon line, like the bottom of this window, it's going to be perfectly horizontal. Just like that, right? And then I'm going to take from the top of that line back to my vanishing point, draw it down. If it's below my horizon line, it's going to look like it's going up. And the further away I get from my horizon line, the more extreme it will be. Don't draw yet, because I'm going to show you how to draw a door too. Right? And then I just take my straight edge and I slide it down. And then I'm going to erase my extras. Don't draw yet. I'm going to do it again. All right? So again, I'm going to start with a vertical line. And I'm going to make it the length of my last line that I drew. Okay? Because, bless you, this line is shorter than this line. All right? I'm not going to sit there and measure it and tell you, but it is a little bit shorter. And you can see, as I get down, this line is actually higher than that line. Physically, right? Mm-hmm. Okay? So I'm just going to use this as my, these lines here are parallel with these lines that I just drew. And I want this to be a door. So I'm going to take that all the way down to the sidewalk. And again, vanishing point, top of that line, and I draw it back. Vanishing point, bottom of that line. Vanishing point, top of the line. Vanishing point, bottom of the line. And vanishing point, top of the line. Right? And then I'm going to, again, parallel lines, right? All parallel. I'm going to drop this down, down, and then all the way down to my sidewalk, and there's my door. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys go ahead and do that. I'm going to throw in another. So if you want to watch again, I'm going to do a couple more here real quick for you guys, and then I'll be around to help you out. Just make sure it goes back to that vanishing point. All right, everybody look here one more time. Put your pencils down. I want to show you one more thing. And then I'll let you guys go. All right. So what I did here, I'm going to draw a garage door. Okay. So I know garage door is going to fold up because it's got horizontal lines that bend on a track, right? So we want to be able to draw that. So if you, just so you guys have an idea of how to do this. I'm going to take my vanishing point, or my straight edge line with my vanishing point, and I'm going to draw a line through, and then vanishing point, draw the line through, vanishing point, and draw the line through. Okay? Everything goes back to that vanishing point. Okay? That is the key, to have it go back to that vanishing point. Okay? So what I need you guys to do is finish the windows on the 3 buildings on the right, and then do the windows on the 3 buildings on the left, and I will give you a hand if you need a hand with that. Okay?